Parliamentary elections over the weekend in Switzerland were dominated by immigration, energy and the economy. In the latest survey of chief financial officers in the country, Deloitte found that economic optimism plummeted in the third quarter, with fears about the strength of the Swiss franc, the threat of recession and the problems in the Eurozone. Joining me today to discuss the results of their survey is the managing partner for Deloitte Suisse Romand, Thierry Aubertin. Thierry, welcome to Dukascopy TV and thank you for joining us to talk about your latest Deloitte CFO survey for Q3. If we begin by talking about the general economic outlook, I think we can see a graph here which shows that in the last quarter the CFO economic outlook for economic growth has declined by a really quite significant amount, and I think it's the first time it's in a net negative outlook since you launched the survey. Why such a dramatic downturn in this quarter? Any reason, do you think?
It's the result of a combination of many factors which have all of them been absolutely negative over the last quarter. You can name probably the strong Swiss franc, which has been extremely strong. You can name the slowdown of the demand in the rest of Europe, which has been extremely important. You can name as well the crisis of the European debt. You can name the financial market, which have gone down dramatically in August. And you can name as well the credit problems of the European banks, where some may fear that the credit is going to be rare and difficult to obtain in the future.
Okay, let's turn to a couple of specifics now. I think if we can see a couple of headlines from the survey, we can see that 45% of the CFOs you talk to expect a recession either this year or next year. 83% think their operating margins are going to narrow, 69% think they're going to take on less people, and 68% of people think the Eurozone crisis poses a serious risk to the Swiss economy. Why do the CFO confidence figures and these statistics matter so much? Are they more important than consumer confidence or business confidence, for example?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think everybody's opinion is extremely important. However, what we feel is by asking to CFOs, to a limited number of CFOs, we probably have around or less than 100 CFOs answering the question, is we probably have a very sound and profound image of what is the economy, where is the economy going in the future. And so we think it's a very valuable opinion on where the economy is going.
Okay, let's turn to a specific example from your survey now then. 83%, as we said, expect operating margins to narrow and quite a few expect their revenues to go down. Are there any specific industries that the CFOs mentioned in your survey that they're more concerned about than others?
The survey is not measured and we do not extract particular industries in the survey. So based on the survey, I cannot say, I cannot answer the question. However, we think it is clear that some will suffer more. Obviously those who depend mostly on exportation, those who depend on who have probably cost in Swiss franc and revenues more in euros, will probably see their margins suffer much more than the other ones.
Okay, well let's turn to the Swiss franc then, if we may. Obviously, in this quarter, when you did this survey, one of the biggest sort of events to hit the currency markets in a long time, the SNB action on the Swiss franc, setting the floor on the Euro Swiss. What impact do you think this action will have on CFO confidence when you ask it in the next quarter, next time?
I think the opinion of CFOs is positive about what the SNB has been doing. However, it's probably not enough. I think CFO continue to believe the Swiss franc is absolutely overvalued, and this is explained in a large part the negative opinion on the future.
So CFOs think the SNB action isn't enough as it stands?
Probably, but can SNB can do more? That's a question, and we don't have the answer.
So we saw this weekend, just gone, the Eurozone summit, no deal, possibly later this week, but we've still got to wait for the details. Do you think that factor is sort of more important to CFOs in what will improve their confidence then than anything the SNB can do with the currency? Yeah,
because I think CFOs are convinced that the future, even of Switzerland, will depend really much on the Eurozone. So what goes wrong in the Eurozone will continue to have impact on Switzerland.
And is there anything specific that Switzerland, the economy, or the Swiss CFOs are looking for from the Eurozone summit to improve their confidence?
Oh, probably a quiet Eurozone, more quiet in economy, and resolve the issues with the banks and the sovereign debt.
And banking, very important to the Swiss economy.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's great to talk to you about the survey today.
Thank you.